core DNA. And we've actually spent the last 3 years in looking at how do we really build on that core DNA. So what are some of your thoughts? Because I dare say you've probably spent more time than most business leaders thinking about culture and how culture plays such a role in nurturing that DNA. But let's take a look at that, and let's hear from you, Frans, about what is the role of culture in transforming our company?
Well, we have already talked about potential and all the talents that we have in the company. And it is important that we emphasize those talents that are really important, such as innovation and entrepreneurship, and that we also understand what blocks us in that collaboration. And I think this is where we talk about culture, how people connect with each other, how they drive a result together, how they engage with customers, how they lean forward, how they lean in. And I want to get to that full potential that you also spoke about.
Yeah, yeah. Which is why, by the way, we're on these crates. When I first suggested to Frans that we have a conversation, I said, you know, how about a nice comfy armchair and a couch? And he goes,
oh, but then we lean back.
Yeah. He goes, no, we want crates to lean in. So I'm very grateful for the pillow here for 20 minutes. But you talk about the strengths and our DNA. We also recognize in all of the companies that we operate in that there are things that need to shift, things that really need to fundamentally change to meet the realities of the marketplace. So when you came in 3 years ago, what did you see that needed to change, and why?
Well,
why?
Let me first share with you that I had a really motivational moment when my own board said, well, of course, Frans, I mean, this company has not been growing for a long time. Now, why actually would you make a difference? You're only one guy. Okay, thank you for that encouragement. But I knew that we had to go deep and understand, you know, what are the things we should be proud of and what are the things that we should tackle. And we did see bureaucracy. We did see people operate in silos. I'm sure I see people nodding. I mean, you all recognize this. Yeah. And when a company that is older has gone through several years of reorganization, you also get people into survival behavior. And they duck rather than that they lean forward and take a risk. And I think this kind of explains the shortcomings of the culture, where people sit in their office in maybe one city, but they don't really reinvent themselves because that's actually risky. So you need to call that out. And then to drive a result with 115,000 people, how do we get people to connect, to become entrepreneurial together? As hospital customers get a result because people in marketing, R&D, procurement, manufacturing, sales, service, all across the world will drive a result together. That doesn't go by itself. So we really had to get people together and engage on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the foundational pieces that you put in place 3 years ago was our behaviors. I know these are very dear to you. So what are they? And how do they actually relate to some of those improvement areas that you just outlined?
Absolutely. Well, we had to touch people. Had to touch people really in their gut so that they would get out of the mode that they had always been in. And we formulated in 2011 a set of 4 behaviors that we said those are going to really connect with people and move the needle. Eager to win. Why would we not be eager to win and beat Samsung or other competitors at their own game? We can do that when we lean in and we are ambitious. Secondly, taking ownership. Instead of being, what was already mentioned this morning, being a passenger and on the sideline, we call it a tourist. We need people that say, here is an opportunity, I engage. Here is a problem, let me help solve it. Moreover, third behavior, teaming up to excel. We are a high-tech company. Nobody can drive a result on their own. We need to do it together. And the better we do it together, the faster products go to the market, the better the result is, the better the customer experience, and of course, the better the profit is going to be. And finally, and this is also really important, acting with integrity. When you cut corners in a high-tech business, it's somewhere down the road it will hit you because the quality is not there or you have not been in compliance with federal drug administration rules or you know, maybe anti-cartel behavior hits you. So these 4, I think, are quite fundamental. and can be easily remembered by people, and they hit you really deep. So this was what we all adopted and start emphasizing and living and practicing on.